Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of Tarot of the Moon Garden, and this is by Karen Marie Sveinkart, and this is published by US Games. Actually, I got sent this deck a while ago from my friend Susie Gemini, and it was one that was on my wish list for a really long time, and I just never ended up getting it for myself. But it's one that I just always thought just looks so beautiful. And so I thought it was amazing that Susie just kind of out of the blue had gifted me this deck, and it was her deck, but she was like, I think that you might enjoy this. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was on my wish list. So I'm so happy to be able to review it with you guys now that I've had some time to work with it. Actually, a few months now to work with this deck, and I am happy to share it with you all. So let me go ahead and pull the cards out here, and then take out some of the extra stuff that came with this deck. Okay, so first of all, it had the title cards. Here you have Tarot of the Moon Garden, and then Welcome to a realm where myth and magic are the reality. And the paintings that you'll find within this deck are by Karen Marie Sveinkart. So beautiful. And ever since my special camping trip, I totally see this deck even in an even brighter light. So, okay, let's take a look at the little white book, because although I don't really reference guidebooks all that often unless it's really well written, like this is written by Laura E. Clarkson, I still like to see kind of where the creators were coming from, where the artists were coming from, just to add a little bit of extra knowledge behind some of the cards, although I do go off of my intuition. So there's a little introduction here about the cards, and then it goes right into the meanings for your major arcana, then going on into the minors, so on and so forth. So nice little flip through, and of course you have your 10 card spread here in the back. You guys have probably seen that spread before, but it's nice to take a little gander. So anyway, so that's in there, and also good reference for those of you that are just starting out in an RWS type system, because remember that's this system is not the same for everything. So there's different tarot systems out there. You just pick one that most resonates with you. Okay, so these are your standard size tarot cards, but I want to bring you guys in to the backings. It is reversible for you guys that read reversals. Just look at the colors and how much is going on, even in the backings, and wait till you guys see the cards themselves. They are amazing. All right, as you can tell, there is a little bit of a sheen on them, and that's because they have a bit of a coating, but these are very stiff. So I would say this is probably 310 GSM or above. So very thick cardstock. So those of you that are riffle shufflers, I would say you'd still be able to riffle shuffle them, probably with a little bit of added strength, but also really good for your side shufflers, which myself, I am a side shuffler. So yeah, I probably wouldn't, I wouldn't say they're plasticky at all. So you probably still don't want to get water or anything on, not that you want to get water on your decks anyway, but I'd still want to keep water away from them. But the coating is more to protect the edges and everything. So my friend Susie had this deck for a while. She's already shuffled it a bunch. I've already been using it and shuffling it a bunch, and you can tell it's it looks like a brand new deck. So it's holding up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to hold up for many, many years to come. So I'm really excited about that. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and look into these beautiful images. Okay, so the cards are technically out of order because this is a working deck. So many people don't like borders. I would prefer if the images went all the way to the edges, but I really like this beautiful little border that's been created around the images. But if that may have maybe bled all the way to the edges, maybe that would have been really cool. But I think maybe you would have lost, a bit here. So it's totally fine with me, but just look at how much is going on in these pictures. Like the Queen of Wands, does that not just say like creative fire and root chakra, sacral chakra, just phoenix energy, just so cool. And so it has much of the, I would say, traditional symbolism of, you know, a Rider-Waite-Smith type deck. But there's a lot that's been put in by the creator, the artist, that I think makes it unique. So if you are somebody who's just starting out, you know, people often ask, what is a good beginner deck? And I say, wherever you begin is the best. I started off with the Osho Zen. And that was after I had tried to use the Enchanted Tarot, and then that one just like never really stuck with me. And then I did the Osho Zen, which is not really, like, it's very, very, very loose, Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's kind of its own thing. And I learned on that. And then I switched over to like an actual legit Rider-Waite-Smith, like traditional with symbolism, color, artwork by Pamela Smith. And I, you know, it just took time to, you know, get to know the cards, get to know my intuition, get to know the symbolism, and get to know them, you know, where I could see the artwork with my eyes closed. And so I don't think it really matters much where you guys start. It's really the want to learn, you know, really taking the time to understand the meanings of the cards, but also really getting to understand your own intuition and how you connect with the cards. So with this one, there is a lot of information on a Rider-Waite-Smith type deck. And so find a tarot system that has a lot of information out there if you are a beginner, so that you can utilize it along with your intuition. And, you know, you can maybe use a deck like this, Tarot of the Moon Garden, where it does have a lot of the traditional imagery, so you can use the information that you find on the web or books that you find. But also there's a lot of extra that you can dive into with your higher self, your, you know, intuition, your gut, and just get so much out of them. And I think there's very visually appealing. So here you have, you know, all the different astrological signs, which I think is really cool. But it's visually appealing, so you'll want to learn with it. You'll want to bust it out time and time again. See, this was the deck where I'm like, why didn't I take this one with me camping? Because we were in the forest, and to be able to read this deck in the forest would have been amazeballs. But just look at these orbs, these 3 pentacles just floating in. How ethereal. This is very fairy realm, magical, the dimensions beyond dimensions. You know, everything layered over. You know, we are in 3D, but 4, 5, 6, 7D and above are all right here with us, you know, working in perfect harmony. So yeah, just kind of soak this in. You know, the reason I do these reviews is not just so, like, not to say, hey, everybody needs to go buy a bazillion decks, but there's beautiful artwork here. There's energy in each of these cards. And I hope that you come by and you're just able to soak up some of the energy, you know, let your eyes feast upon the colors and the magic that are here. Yeah, and just to enjoy it. And, you know, if you are interested in this deck, you know, I always put the link down below, you know, if you're interested. But my intention is never to say, hey, you have to get this. But me, I love all of these beautiful colors. It's like a mixture of like darker colors and lighter colors. I think it has a great balance to it. As I say balance, you know, here we have the 3 of Staffs. Pretty cool. Even the Devil card, just gorgeous. Look at that little page. very trippy. Trippy and magical. And if you want to pause on any one of these cards, you can just go ahead and hit that pause button. And afterwards I'll show you how they shuffle. They shuffle very well. They don't slip slidey too much. So they do have at least a little bit of texture so that you can get a good grip. Some of them are like, you know, some decks are way too plasticky, and so when you shuffle, it's like they fly out all over the room. Ooh, Two of Swords. Actually, I pulled that for the card of the day. And lastly, we have our King of Cups. Okay, so I like to do a little bit of a reading. So not only do you guys get a review and get to look at some beautiful artwork, and this artwork being by Karen Marie Spinecart, but also hopefully you get a little message from this. So if not, just hopefully you enjoyed the review, but if you do get a message, yeah, I hope you enjoy this. So let's just go ahead and pull 3 cards, and that way you can see how I read with it, kind of how they shuffle and all that good stuff. All right, so we have the Two of Staffs. I was kind of feeling like that card was going to be coming out. We have the Page of Cups. Oops. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so let me go ahead and place the deck right here. And let me bring these in nice and close so you guys can see all the gorgeous art that's in here. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. And that's our Two of Staffs. Okay. Let's bring it in for the Page of Cups. Wow. Oh, little fairy. She's so cute. And then we bring it in for the Nine of Pentacles. That beautiful Nine of Pentacles. All right. So let's go ahead and put this together for a lovely message for you guys out there. All right. Okay, so I have this just kind of, you know, this message will probably just reach a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. But with the Page of Cups, I feel like this is asking you guys to be the Page of Cups. You know, oftentimes we want to be the king or the queen. We want to be, you know, experts in our field. We already want to be at the end before we have even figured out how to be at the beginning. And so embrace this mode of being at the beginning, being a novice, looking at everything with a sense of wonder and an open heart here with the cups, you know, open intuition, open heart, just having a love for everything. And when you do that, new opportunities arise for you. It helps you to connect with your passions and the things that, you know, excite you and really light you up. And if you've been feeling stuck in a particular place, like, oh, you know, I have this 9 to 5 that I don't particularly enjoy, or I'm in an energy that, you know, doesn't suit me, you know, start to look at the world with wonder instead of just looking at the 4 corners of the box that you feel confined in, or stuck or suffocated in. See how you can look beyond the box with, you know, new eyes, fresh eyes, an open heart. And even when you look at yourself in the mirror, how can you look at yourself in the mirror with new eyes and an open heart, and see what comes to mind, what opportunities come to mind? And meditation would be really good for that. You know, and you notice this little fairy here, she's in quiet contemplation. And from this puts us in a new energy of the Nine of Pentacles. It may not seem like things have changed much, you know, drastically or anything, you know, where you're not living a completely new life, or isn't an opportunity that would totally change things around. But just being able to put yourself into this novice position, kind of putting yourself at the beginning again, and just looking at everything with a sense of wonder, changes your energy. When you change your energy, everything around you must change with it, because remember that we attract whatever our energy is outputting. So if you're putting the output of I feel stuck and confined, everything that vibrates with being stuck and confined will come back to you. But if you have that sense of wonder and I want to be creative, and I feel, you know, this passion for this and this and this, more of that will come to you, putting you more, even more in this Nine of Pentacles. So it's like you have to be in this mode to get even more of this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little message, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So thank you to Susie Gemini, my girl, for gifting me this deck. I've been having so much fun working with it. It's afforded me some fabulous readings. It's got a bit of whimsy and kind of a cheeky sense of humor to it, but it's never shied away from really diving into things that I need to work on so that I can, you know, grow and expand. So anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. I'll put the link down below to this deck if you are interested in getting it. It'll just be the Amazon link. But yeah, if you are interested in getting a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. If you want me to use the Tarot of the Moon card in, just let me know upon booking. But I have a lot of different types of readings. I have Rainbow Bridge readings for your furry, feathery, scaly loved ones. I have Conchomancy readings, Scrying readings, Lenormand readings, all types over there. And plus I have my room and body sprays. I have my salves from my own garden, actually. So you might want to check that out. But if you're looking for some more witchy magical tools, head over to Desert Cauldron. It's all one word on Etsy, or find us on Instagram at desert.cauldron. I say us because I am co-owner with James over at Light of Riga. You guys know him for all of his crystal goodness and his wonderful crystal knowledge. So we have a lot of wonderful crystals in the shop, but we have also one-of-a-kind magical tools for your one-of-a-kind magical practice. One of those being this. We make a lot of different wands. So many of the items are handmade by us, or they're handmade by local artisans or artisans from afar. But like we said, we want to have unique items. So this here is actually an elk antler, and it's been wrapped, and we have Brazilian quartz here. It's just teeming with that nature energy, a lot of powerful energy. You can find this in our shop. This is $110 shipped, but you're going to have a beautiful magical item that's going to last for years to come, and you may even want to pass it down. So, so yeah, definitely check us out. Sometimes we do free one-card readings on Instagram. So, you know, if you're interested, just, you know, head over every once in a while. We'll do it in our stories. But that's it from me, spiritual homies. All my other links are down below for my Leon Mystery School, my newsletter, my Patreon, all that good stuff. But I will catch you spiritual homies later. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.